Good afternoon, listeners. This is Amanda and the Karen's podcast. And just as a reminder, if you could please like and subscribe and share our podcast with one person you think might like it, we would be so appreciative. We're currently on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, and soon to be YouTube, I'm told. And this week, we're going to talk about sex.
A, B.
There we go. And Susan's going to kick it off for us because she brought the kind of a sort of this topic, right? Susan, why don't you explain how we got here?
So I didn't think I could be shockable. You know, everyone has their own sexual proclivities. Everyone's into their own kink. I live in San Francisco. I pretty much have seen everything. I've been at clubs where it's definitely getting on. Yesterday, I went to the Folsom Street Fair. And for those listeners who don't know anything about the Folsom Street Fair, it's been around for 40 years. It's always the last weekend in September. The fair is all about a blend of kink, leather, self-expression.
The largest.
It's
It
the
is
largest, yes.
Mhm.
There's a lot of BDSM, there's a lot of sexual proclivities. There's a lot of cocks and a lot of naked people walking out and around. The fair is kind of sectioned off to get into, so it's not like there were no kids there. And you can't just
You
like
don't,
walk
you
in.
don't
There's
allow
like,
it.
well, they don't allow it, yes, but there's green screens or like the way it's sectioned off on the street is like you just can't get into it. So like there's not privacy because trust me, there was no privacy.
So do they
Um,
like card you or like you
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
is
or like
it?
do they card you or like do you can just walk in but
You
they
can just walk in.
okay.
Yeah, the only time we got carded was when we went to go get a beer because we walked in and I the section that we happened to walk in on was the furry section.
Oh my God.
So in less than 60 seconds, I saw a man being bent over in a furry costume being penetrated by another man.
Whoa.
So imagine the only thing that these two people were wearing were furry heads, but their bodies were human. Like they weren't in the furry costume except for the head.
Oh, they're naked. Or
Got it.
yeah.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
got it,
fully
got it.
naked? Like
Fully
not even like
naked.
shoes?
No, they had running shoes on. A lot of people had running shoes on.
Okay.
So
Ironically, they probably wouldn't have let you in with no shoes on. Like,
no,
you know what
I think there were people there walking without any shoes.
Okay.
A
It's a
couple,
safety thing.
yes, a couple of like my takeaways from this, knowing that it's like the largest thing that ever is attended, that it's all about BDSM, drag shows, like everything which way and everyone's checked with sexual proclivities. Like there was a woman giving a man a blowjob right on the street in front of me. There was a lot of whipping, chained up people and doing BDSM things. All in all, mixed crowd, straight, gay, bisexual, every kink underneath the sun. The amount of men who just rocked out with their cock out was shocking to me because I walked away being like, "You's gross," and I just was shocked at how ugly penises were and how small they were, and everyone was fat and ugly. I'm not joking you.
So hold please. Only because I've never been there, but can you give us a little more detail on
What they're wearing?
the time of day, like
It's all
how
day.
open this was?
Okay,
like
so
like can a family be walking down the street and look over a fence and see this happening? Is
yeah,
it
so technically you could walk down the street, look over a fence and see it happening. And you'd have to like the fence is like a normal like schoolyard fence, right? 6 or 7 feet up, and there is all the fences have green tarps on them. Yeah, you could, and also, so I would say it's probably about anywhere from 3 to 9 blocks radius circumference. Like it's a pretty big section, right?
okay?
So, it's down Folsom Street, and it goes from 9th, I think, to 13th Street, and every intersection has a different opportunity. I
I used
sent
to live right in it, like in that area. One of the stages was right out in front of my place on Bernice Street.
I did get a photo of myself there taken. It's probably looked so tame. I sent it to Carolyn, and you didn't see anyone naked because it happened to be I was watching some UFC WWE fight like on a stage. They were like wrestling, but they were straight up in normal clothes. Like they weren't naked. It wasn't a sexual thing. It was interesting. Um,
Hmm.
so people were walking around in
Cage
leather
dance.
kink, just walking naked. Um, yeah, I
Anybody
would
urinating on anybody?
I did not see any urination or
Oh, yes, okay.
bodily discharge. I
Yeah.
did see a lot of penetration. Men on men, men on women. I saw a lot of women walking men around in collars and leashes. Um, I saw a lot of unattractive people. So this was at the
Yikes.
end of the day. It was 5 p.m. Um,
Still light outside.
still light outside, and I was with another straight person who was utter you could just see the look on his face. He was utterly like, I don't know what to do right now. Like he just was like, this is a little over the top
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
Well, that was one of the things I was afraid of. I was afraid I was gonna get touched by a walking penis
Ugh.
by me.
Was it
Hmm.
that was it that crowded? Like people were like,
Yes.
oh
Super
wow.
crowded, lots of people. I think, it says like that on average they get 250,000 people attending. Um, since we showed up at the end of the day, I could tell a lot of people, not to generalize, but a significant portion of the audience was on something.
Oh, I'm sure.
Poppers,
Yeah.
ecstasy, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, yeah, everyone was in some sort of outfit. I really stood out. I was in jeans, a black long t-shirt, and a Patagonia vest. Like spot the normies.
I wish you would have had your pop collar that you wear sometimes. That would have been amazing.
Were people
Uh,
like, are you allowed to like take pictures?
You
Like,
are, but I didn't even feel comfortable pulling my
no,
camera out. And a
no.
lot of it was, I don't want to see this. Like we've always said this, right? Like I'm strictly dickly. I like men. I'm not really into women. I do think women's bodies are more attractive than men. However, I walked away being like, ugh, like people just don't have hygiene.
Oh,
No.
Like, like I saw a lot of zits. People are just gross.
people are kind of
Like
gross. Just generally, we're
they weren't shaved.
animals.
People weren't shaved. Like I just was like, if you're gonna go out that way, maybe you should have gone and gotten groomed ahead of time. Like I could see the hair coming out of your ass cheeks.
Gotten groomed like by someone
It's
else.
like go get
Yeah.
a wax job, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like this is just kind of an excuse to get your freak
oh,
on.
Well, that's so
yeah. I mean, that is the point.
it
Yeah.
is, and everyone has their freaks. I'm sure everyone has different things they like to do behind closed doors, which I have no problem with.
Behind closed
I,
doors.
You're
well,
not, you're like,
yes.
we're on the street.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah. I
also
mean,
really reminded me, Megan, of the time that when we went to New Orleans and we ran into that swingers convention and everyone was ugly there.
oh, yeah.
So I'm taking a general consensus when you have these outlier groups, you're ugly.
Interesting.
I'm sure the listeners are going to come from me.
And geeks. That's what we said earlier. Freaks
I
and
mean,
Freaks.
I have
Oh, my
been, yeah,
God.
freaks and geeks.
Yeah.
I have
Yep.
been to some, clubs that are gay, lesbian, bisexual, and there were some good-looking men, and there were like, I
Yeah.
don't know if it was just the end of the day, so all the good-looking people left.
No, because good looking people don't start out at like noon. I mean, the thing starts at noon, and I think that I would assume the more attractive people are going to come out at night. That would just be my
I don't think
I don't
opinion.
know.
time
I
to
don't
more
think
attraction.
it matters.
Well,
I just
I
don't
know
think the attractive people were going to be there.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there were definitely, I would say, one or two cute people, but not attractive, drop dead, good looking, either
Yeah.
men or women. And then the person I was with said, this isn't like Burning Man. And I said, are you sure about that?
No.
And he said, no, the people at Burning Man are really attractive. And they're like a
Yes.
10. The people here are like a -10.
Interesting. I wonder why.
And I
Yeah.
said, he said that it's probably because it brings out a different clientele for getting their freak on, right? Like there's a certain amount of money that you have to invest in yourself to go out to the playa.
True.
Oh,
Like there's
That's a good
No,
point
more,
that's a good
versus
point.
drop
you
in your
know.
backyard if you live nearby and
Yeah, let me go put on
wait.
the other problem I had with it is there was a lot of people masturbating to themselves.
Ugh.
Which that's not the problem I had. The problem I had was they then were wearing masks and covering up their face. And so I just felt like it was very
You didn't know who they were getting
I felt
there.
like they were deviants. And so like if
Yeah.
you're gonna go out and jerk off in public, take the mask off. Like
I
you're just
watched,
being
yeah,
a
yeah.
creeper.
Yeah,
yeah.
I watched some guy do that, but then I'm like, am I the creeper? Because it was my first year at the Folsom Street Fair, and I like woke up to all this music, didn't know that it was happening that day, and I'm kind of watching everybody set up, and then I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, is he really? Oh my God, he like has his dick out, and he's just like going to town while filming himself. That was the other thing. He had his phone. He kept trying to prop his phone up, like up against a pole and film himself while doing that. And then, but I'm watching him do it. So that I'm like, who's the creep? No, I just was shocked. And I found it so hilarious because I kind of got to walk around a little bit and it was early on in the day. And then I went to the Cole Street Fair in San Francisco. And I mean, Susan would know what this is, but I mean, it's the complete opposite. It was like the
Yeah.
neighborhood that I had the restaurant in. It's all children and kids are walking around with face paint on and, you know, balloon animals. And I was like, wow, I've been taken to two parts of, yeah, the city.
Mm.
But yeah, it's pretty. I'll just say one of our mutual friends said that he stopped going, and he's probably one of our most deviant
Oh,
ones.
yeah, I know who you're talking
And
about.
he was like, I stopped going the year I just saw too much blood. And I'm
Whoa.
like,
Oh,
Ooh.
whoa. So I haven't experienced that Folsom Street Fair, but I just don't think I want to see any kind of like stuff in public happening that has anything to do with that.
I mean, I turned to
So
my
Um,
friend and was like, Beta, we not in Kansas
yeah,
anymore. And he had no idea what I was referencing. And I was like, we
yeah,
gotta go.
yeah.
Mm.
So the Smart Box says that the fair began in what, 83 or 84. Fair began as a community effort by organizers and housing activists to resist the gentrification of the South of Market neighborhood. That's what it started as, and now has turned into a frickin',
Free
Sex
for all.
fest.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm going to tell
totally.
you right
free
now, the
for
South of
all.
Market neighborhood
People
is not
are,
gentrified. It's still
Yeah.
disgusting and gross 40 years later.
yeah, and now I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I have not necessarily considered myself a prude.
Yeah, yeah,
However,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's not my scene. I don't want
totally.
to go, I don't want to
I
see other people
Mm-mm.
ejaculating in
Yeah.
like I'm like, yeah, no, keep your fucking juice to yourself.
Mm.
And I don't, yeah, I don't know. It's just
But do you, okay, in that
not
opinion,
my
do you
idea
think,
of a good
yeah,
Saturday.
do you think they need to keep their juice to themselves or we just don't go because it's not our thing? And like, this is obviously a thing for so many people. I mean, but I'm like, oh, I don't care that it goes on and that it happens.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
again,
as
like Susan,
long
if it's not visually appealing to me and I'm seeing too many things that like I don't like, that's cool. You guys do your thing. I mean,
so
it's
I think if kids are not in
they're
there
not allowed in there that I know.
allowed,
Yeah.
and I think, I mean, I don't know, I'm a little bit torn because on any other given Saturday, it's illegal. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't really care because it doesn't affect me.
Affect you. Yeah.
I do find it strange that we've just allowed this pass for people to yeah, just do stuff that's not normally allowed to give them their, free for all. And especially when it didn't even start as that. It started as, something completely different. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
would be, yeah, I'd be curious to see how it kind of how it evolved into becoming like the biggest BDSM kink festival and fair, I think in the United States, but I'm not sure if it's the world. It should
But I
have.
will also say this from a fair perspective and audience, I'm putting it in air quotes. I felt like it was lacking stuff. Like to me, it was just a bunch of people walking around butt ass naked, fucking each other in the ass, wearing
Mm.
furry
Wanted hot dogs?
costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Mexican hot dog street vendors were out selling hot dogs too.
Tacos.
I will say I know the staff of the people that work because I lived right around the corner. There's a shout out to the Willows, but there's a bar, food restaurant spot, and like it's a hardcore, pardon the pun, day for them where she's like, it's just things, yes, like you were saying, things wouldn't go on in their bar and restaurant like any other day of the year.
And
And
so
I
are
remember,
they cool with it? Like they're cool
I
people.
mean, it's like it's their biggest money making day. But I will say I've heard, staff or other people who are patrons be like, I don't come that day because I don't want to see that much come like all over the place. And,
Or
you
like
know,
have to wipe it up. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I will say, I don't know, is there sex sells and
Yeah.
yeah.
All I know is at the age of 49, I didn't think I could be shockable, and I was super shocked off my ass. And then I felt, ooh, am I becoming one of those Karens?
Well, at the end of the day, yeah, everybody has their thing, and as long as I'm kind of, I'm with Megan. If it's not hurting anybody, by all means, yeah, just don't go if it's not your thing. But it does kind of lead us to maybe another question is what is normal with like what's considered normal sexually? Is it different for everybody? Is it what Hollywood, shows us in mainstream movies? Is it the kink that we see at the fair or at any fair? Or just I don't know. That is kind of the question, right? It's
I don't
different for
think that,
everybody.
yeah, I don't think the normal is, I mean, I think that's the whole point is people are trying to get away from this, like what we thought was normal, that you would have sex with your one partner and, you know, missionary style and try to get in
Behind
two or
closed
three
doors.
behind closed doors. And then if we thought kinky things were going on, we wanted it to be like Eyes Wide Shut with, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman and only sexy hot people wearing cool masks and stuff, like that's what we want to see. And then it's like,
Shades of
oh,
gray.
I don't
yeah,
want to see no
exactly.
ugly
Yeah.
ass dicks and no ugly ass fat people having sex. I'm sorry, it just was gross. Like some of these bodies were just like too
Yeah.
much.
So then there's,
It
that, but
is.
is that, I mean, it's not normal. People are out there in every body type and everything having sex, but you don't want to necessarily see it. So I think it's a cross between everything you said, Amanda. It's what Hollywood feeds you
Yeah.
as to what's hot and sexy and looks good and visually appealing. And so then we don't mind it as much and it's not too aggressive as long as it's attractive.
And then there's reality,
And then
which
there's
is
reality. Which I don't, it's a cross between what's going on in Folsom Street Fair, because that's pretty, on the other extreme. But yes, then there's, it's kind of like when people say, like, oh, they shouldn't be wearing that, but
I
if
mean,
somebody else is walking around in like a kind of
right.
a smaller outfit or a sluttier outfit or whatever, a more revealing outfit, but their body is banging, people don't seem to care as much.
Yeah, some
So,
people shouldn't be wearing that outfit. I'm gonna be the first to say it.
Doesn't sound like there was a lot of outfits here. There's more.
I'm talking about in general.
Yeah,
People,
you're just
the body positive lifestyle these days, I think is ridiculous.
I like that.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay. Um,
Not everyone should be wearing a bikini. Like, if I can't see the bikini, you shouldn't be wearing it. Meaning that if I can't see the strings or the sides and it's covered in your rolls, no.
Yeah.
oh my,
I think the body positivity, what's the word I'm looking for? The body positivity uh
Has gone extreme.
has gotten what's streamline? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm having a hard time thinking how to say this. It's gotten popular. It's gotten
yeah, yeah.
basically it used to be, hey, health conscious, watch what you eat, exercise if you want to lose weight. It's not healthy to be overweight. To screw that. I am what I am and I'm proud to be who I am. And there's definitely there's a there's a midway, right? There's extremes on every end. Of course, some people are just naturally bigger than others. Some people have health issues, of course. But should we all be striving to be healthier? Probably. I mean, that's just
Yeah, but I
caring
think
for yourself, really,
for
at the end
sure.
of the
But
day.
I think if you don't go to the extreme of being at least body positive and speaking good about yourself, you can't
Mhm.
get to that point of like thinking, oh, okay, I want to take better care of myself and be healthier and whatnot. I think I've seen even a lot of people who really talked about body positivity, in Hollywood or whatever, Lizzo and Rebel Wilson and whatnot. I mean, it's like you kind of have to go to that place where you're like, I love myself at this size. This is me. I'm okay. And then it's like it will kind of naturally shift the other way. And I don't know. I feel like
Well, I think
people have
that
been shamed for so long about like, you can't wear that, you shouldn't wear that, you look ugly.
Right.
I mean, that's a huge thing. And like industries tell everyone they're not good enough. So it's like I'm kind of to the point where, yes, we need to go to the whole point like that. Sure, if the like, would I wear a bikini at that? I wouldn't wear a bikini now. But if somebody else, when I see somebody else bigger than me or just bigger in general and rocking a bikini, I'm like, that's awesome for them that they feel confident enough to do that. I wouldn't.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, whatever. If you want to wear whatever the hell you want to wear, I don't care. If I see
Yeah.
a large person in a bikini, I don't give a shit. That's
Yeah.
great for
Yeah.
them, great for their confidence.
Yeah.
However, I do think that we crossed a not a great line when Hollywood or whomever the powers that be tried to sell people on the fact that fat was healthy, and that's not true, and it will never be true.
Yeah.
So there is that difference of
Great.
if you're morbidly obese, if you're confident in that, that's great. But
Mhm.
don't try to convince me that that's healthy.
That's
Agreed.
what I'm trying to say. That's all
Yes,
I'm saying.
agree on that. I think it's just we had to go the whole direction of even admitting that you're like, I can just be I'm allowed to be a happy person,
Sure,
even though I don't have this perfect body, and that I'm
sure.
never going to be that happy person and be okay with looking in the mirror and not, and beating myself up every day
Hmm.
until I get to be the size that I can actually go out in public and wear a bikini. Fuck off. Like that's not
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
that's just, I don't know. I am curious though to kind of roll back to the sex.
Yes.
Um, have you guys ever had sex in public?
Well, define public.
Okay, I guess well, no, because outside where somebody could have caught you.
Could have caught you or did catch you.
Could have caught you. I don't
Okay.
have to know if anybody did. I mean, if you want to share that, I'd love it. But
No, just defining.
But yeah, like if like somewhere outside that
Yes.
someone could have caught you,
Yes.
not like your backyard. Like that's boring.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
In a parking lot at a bar.
Yeah.
In
Chico.
a bathroom at a bar.
And no, not in Chico, actually.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
where?
Ooh. I know. I'm like,
Walnut Creek.
Okay.
ooh. Okay. You in a bathroom in a bar.
No.
Yes.
So I'm saying
No,
no.
me.
That was
Sorry,
Amanda. That was Amanda.
that was me. Yes.
That was
In a
Amanda.
bathroom in a bar.
San
Hmm?
Diego area.
No,
Southern California.
Long Beach.
Long Beach. Okay. Southern California.
BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susan.
Technically, it was out in public on a clear balcony over on a hotel room, but the balcony was clear overlooking street.
Ooh. That's fancy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Very fancy.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I was just kind of curious because
Yeah,
we
no.
were all like, "Oh my God, dear us, we're shocked! I can't believe people are having sex in public." And I'm like, I was just curious if
But it
anyone
was also
has.
dark. Like you
Yeah.
could definitely,
Yeah, I don't think these festivals should happen during the daytime. Like, I'm kind of like anti that, like Folsom Street. Like, that's not a daytime festival. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think people should be coming out like that until it's dark out.
Those are
That's
nighttime activities.
Exactly.
Like,
That's like an
that's why, like-
after dawn, yes, I feel like that should be a 6 p.m. to midnight situation.
Yeah.
well, and I feel like we've
Sure.
been
If you're
to some
wearing those outfits, you look better in, a little
yeah, and
less
honestly, I've been to
lighting.
been to some gay clubs and I've seen pretty much some of the same things go on.
Yeah.
But like I went into the gay club, so I expected to see that.
Yeah.
Like, and I know what I was walking into, so I'm not like they do them, but I just was shocked at how much was going on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because it seems like there was, yeah, it wasn't a gay, it was everybody. It was women, men, straight, gay. And
Yeah,
so it
it's a
was,
kink
It's a
festival
kink
yeah,
for,
festival,
so you're seeing a lot of kink go on,
right?
and I can
A
see that
lot
that
of
would be
kink.
overwhelming. Like
I
the
would be
fact that you're
shocked.
just, yeah, the fact that you're just seeing furries have
Well, I
sex,
didn't
and then
just
you
see
turn
furries.
around and
Like,
you're
I'll give you
like,
an
oh, then
example.
there's
I
other
saw this
things. Yeah.
man walking naked at me with no top, no bottoms on, a big ass bush. And even the person I was with was like, I don't understand. Where's the penis? And I was like, that he doesn't have a penis because that's a female who is dressing like a man or is
oh,
in
Uh,
a transgender. But her bottom half bush was all out rocking out.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'd just be curious.
I
I
would not.
mean, yeah.
I just would be like, yeah, no, too much for me. I don't
Yeah.
need to see. I'm not interested in seeing all of that. Like I'm like, no, I'm yeah, no.
Better left to the imagination,
I mean,
or even
if
not.
yeah, even not, or like what Susan said, especially, and not to sound shitty, but whatever, especially if they were not attractive. Like, I don't want to see all that. Like, I don't need
Yeah.
to see that. I mean, if it was a bunch of, super hot people, then it'd be like, wow, all right, sure.
See? Wow. This is a whole nother topic. Is like, wow, attractive people
Well,
really
but
get
because I
treated
would be,
better. And like, it's just,
I saw one attractive person, and it was a female, and
are you
she,
looking in the mirror, girl?
no, I wasn't. But she was in a very interesting outfit. However, her kitty cat and her boobs were covered up, like like little bit. Like there was still some. There definitely was not a lot of left for the imagination. You could
Yeah,
tell
no
see everything, but
mystery.
she was
Yeah.
walking around with something covering up her like pasties or whatever you call them.
in my
And like,
defense, the comment about the whole attractive thing, I think it would be because I would be impressed by people's physiques,
yeah,
not necessarily like who they.
Attracted to them.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah, they got a banging body, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there.
well, I mean,
Oh,
there is a sliding scale to what people are attracted to or not attracted to. If you're, it's okay if
for
you're not
sure.
attracted to somebody that's not, that's overweight. Some people are,
Sure.
some people aren't.
yeah,
Absolutely.
some people totally
Absolutely.
are.
Absolutely.
Um, but it's funny that you guys, or that Susan was saying that the majority of people there were, uh, by, most people's standards, unattractive.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I've heard that nude beaches, I've never been to one, but every time I've had a friend that has gone to a nude beach, they always say, God, there was like no attractive
Hmm.
people at the nude beach. And so I don't know if it's just like a
Yeah, I've heard
thing,
about
or
that at nudist colonies too.
yeah, or if is it just a thing where maybe there's just not as many attractive people in the world as unattractive people. I don't know
Yeah,
Or
what the math
maybe
is,
yeah,
these
yeah.
people already are freaks, for lack of a better term, on the peripheral out, like they already think they're outcasts and they need somewhere to belong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they need
Okay.
feel the need to belong to a group of people, right? So maybe
Yeah.
that's their thing. I
maybe.
have no idea. I just was really hoping for better looking people, man.
That's
Better looking
hilarious.
wiener.
Or like, okay, I'll take it. I've been to some strip clubs where the women are really good looking. I
Yes,
was
yes.
kind of also expecting like that. Or
That, yeah.
I've seen some really good, like, and it's not the same things. I don't want to compare it, but there are some really questionable outfits, but really good looking at the Pride Parade, where I've seen women
Yes.
and men.
Yes.
This was not
Beautiful. Yeah,
that.
no, it's very different. I actually feel bad for people that think they're going to go to the Castro Fair, like, or not the Castro Street Fair, but the Pride Parade, or just um the fair on Sunday, and think that it's going to be anything like the Folsom Street Fair. I mean, it's very, very, yeah, opposite. You don't have to be pretty, and if anything, it's just more rugged, real, and a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
And like you said, also you are bringing out a lot of people because it's not necessarily like it's not a just a gay festival or anything like that. So it's like a lot of straight people with
There was a
kinks
lot
that
of
are
straight,
into,
yes.
yeah, with a lot of straight people that are into BDSM and have different kinks and whatnot. So you're really getting a much rounder group of society. And I don't know, when I travel on the bus, I would say 99% of those people I wouldn't necessarily want to like see naked or have sex, so I get it. So maybe there just aren't as many attractive people in the world.
Yeah. I mean, that may be the case. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
Maybe the only
it's just
four
a,
sitting on this call.
that's true. That's true.
Four on this roster.
Now, do you guys
Rolodex?
Rolodex.
this Rolodex now? Yeah. Now, do you guys think that we all went to Chico State, and when we were there, we were able to like party on Halloween, party on St. Patrick's Day, all that kind of got shut down later and has basically been shut down now. Just as an example,
Yeah.
you think like fairs like this over time are going to be shut down?
No.
Not in San Francisco,
Not in San
that's for sure.
Francisco.
Okay. No, and I'm not saying they should. I
Yeah,
was just surprised to.
The
I was just
person I
like,
was with
okay.
did attribute, because he lived in San Francisco in the late 90s before we all got here, or Megan and I. And he said the Halloween, Castro Halloween was very similar to what he saw yesterday, but with more attractive
Yeah.
people.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So that has been shut
Interesting.
down, right? So
Yeah,
Halloween
yeah,
in the Castro used to go off really, was really
yeah.
popular. It was a big destination thing. They've shut the streets down. However, in the past 10 years, there's been
Too many shootings, dangers,
shootings,
stabbings.
murders. Yeah, it's gotten dangerous, so they've shut it down.
Yeah, I guess on this parade, there's nowhere to hide the weapons, so they don't have to worry about that.
There is,
Good.
Amanda. I saw
Yeah.
things go places I
I
didn't
know,
think they could go.
exactly.
Well, hopefully they're not sharp.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just think of what you would do, where you'd hide something in prison.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I
you
don't.
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
yikes.
Here.
My
Talk
hair.
about a UTI.
Yeah.
So, what is let's go around and what is the most kind of surprising thing or disgusting thing or whatever that, something along those lines that you guys have come across besides at this fair, just in general, like walking down the street or at a party or at a bar that's similar to this. Anything come to mind?
I live in a small town, so I have not seen anything like that.
It doesn't have to be
And,
recently, just in your
well,
life.
I mean, going from Chico to here, I mean, even in Chico, golly, no, nothing super crazy that I can remember.
Yeah.
Folks, Carolyn doesn't get out much.
Yeah, no, I don't.
And
I like my boring little life. I like it.
uh-huh. Mine
I
would
haven't seen
probably,
anything.
yeah. I
I
mean,
haven't
you live
seen
in a
anything
small,
crazy.
cute little town, Amanda. Sure,
Yeah.
you don't see that like on the reg in your area. Little wine
No.
tasting and yeah, dick piercing.
No.
Doubt.
I mean, half naked people making out is about the craziest I've ever seen, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that guy, just like watching him in this whole orchestrated thing, and then it's like, oh God, and then you're gonna like post this, and what's the point? And like just how many times he had to like adjust it and everything in his phone. And I was just, and not they're furries, the people that wear the masks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a furry.
Well,
I guess
if it's an animal mask, yes,
if
and
it's an
it's like a
animal,
furry.
no, what's the ones that wear like the heads that have but it's not an animal. They almost look like a superhero or something.
Oh, the doggies, like the dog.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
a bunch of those too.
Totally. What's weird to me about that is like, I always thought that because I lived right next to the Eagle. So, I mean, I got to see a huge variety
Do you want to
of
explain what the
folks.
Eagles is?
Yeah.
The Eagle is like a huge leather bar in San Francisco. I think another one of the oldest in the United States.
It's for gay
and
people.
and it's, yeah, I mean, it is a gay bar.
Yeah.
but that they drive with those heads on. Like I remember a friend telling me about, he's like, "Oh, have you ever seen this new trend?" And I'm like, "No, I hadn't." And then maybe a couple days later, I saw some guy pull up, park across the street from me, and he gets out of the car and he's like, got a suit on, like normal, and then one of these heads. And I was like, I always assumed that they would like drive in their car. I don't want to say like a normal person, but like just for safety measures, then put it on and go into the place. But I'm like, oh no. And that I think was weird. I know that's not super kinky, creepy or anything. I just found that strange.
So
Yeah, that is
apparently it's
strange.
called puppy play.
Oh,
Puppy play. Yes, 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 yes. I
That's
was like,
weird. That's weird.
I don't know. I
um,
don't thinking about your pet puppies or your pets sexually is
So
gives me
weird.
the EB-jeebs.
Yeah, so gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't really think about it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not? Like,
I mean, that's kind of what they're doing,
What's
Well, look,
going
right?
on?
I know. Well, look at. I thought it looked more like a superhero, so I just was
No,
like not trying to associate that at all.
no. It's
Okay.
like
So
ears,
yeah, it had ears. I mean, so
muzzle.
I guess that fact is much weirder than them driving around with that mask on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the weirdest thing outside of what I saw last night would be when we were in New Orleans and we saw the swingers convention. And once again, they
yeah,
were just having sex too on a random balcony.
totally, totally. And again, like you said, not
I
much
did see when
content.
I was in Chico though, when I was in college, there was a guy jerking off in front of like some church window where a bunch of people were like some were off of like Broadway and 10th or 11th, but there was like some like one of those churches that's like operating in a building and this guy just was jerking off.
Yeah.
It
Getting
was
his
weird.
Jesus on.
Did you say getting his Jesus on?
Oh, he
Yes,
probably was
I
trying to
said.
find the Lord.
Yes, I bet.
Oh man.
Asking for forgiveness.
I know, making his offering.
Ugh.
We could go
Making
on
his
I
and on
mean,
and
offering.
on.
I
We could go
know.
on and on.
At the end of the day, I think everyone should do whatever they want to do. I don't care. Like, I'm sure whatever that gets me off is not what gets Megan or any of you guys off. Like, we all have our own sexual proclivities, but I just don't want to see it out in public.
Yeah.
And granted, I went to this. It's not
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
invited me. Like,
yeah,
I sought this out. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not condemning them. I just
yeah,
was
yeah,
Yeah.
just
You did
so
walk in
shocked.
there.
yeah.
I
And
did,
it's
and I was wow.
and I think a lot of people go to see, like, then there's the voyeurs who are like,
That's
oh, I gotta
me.
check
Yeah.
I gotta check this out. I've got to see what it's about, and then go and realize, oh wow, exactly. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things, and I would prefer to not watch this, which is kind of just wraps back to my, if you don't like it, don't go. But this is out here and it's okay, and no need to shame anybody for like what they like to do or want to do and stuff like that. But like Carolyn said, on a normal day-to-day basis, it probably shouldn't be just out there for everybody because everyone's not comfortable with it, and that's okay too.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, do what you want to do, but like, I don't, not everybody needs to see everything all the time. So
We did play a game, which friend would you bring to this and they'd be comfortable with it? And it was interesting that I was like, I don't know if like any of my friends would be comfortable with this.
Megan would.
And
it's like, I'd go.
I
well,
know.
yeah, Megan would, but like I was like, I don't know about this. And then I asked my friend if he had any friends, and he only named one person who I've met. And I was like, I could see that. He goes, but I think we'd only last 10 minutes and then we'd leave.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
hanging out not standing in the line for the corn dogs. Let's tell
I
you
wanted
that.
to
But
keep
like,
I wanted to
that's
keep
like,
walking around
check it
checking things
out.
out. Yeah. There was corn dogs. There was a whole food section.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
fair. Of course.
I
yeah,
know. They had
It's
all
like
the fair stands.
it's
yeah,
like the backbone of any fair. Without food, it's not a
absolutely.
fair.
The
How can
corn
you call
dog.
it a fair?
You know that corn dog stand did well that day. Like that's just like your hot dogs and corn dogs. I mean, that sounds better that day than
But
any
then
other.
bloaty and you're walking around
Oh,
naked and
true,
then you're gonna
true.
have
You're
the
right.
sex. It's like
Yeah,
you're
that's
all hopped
true.
up on something. I don't know. You would think
Yeah,
that out of all the
good point.
fairs, it wouldn't do as well, except for the folks like us, the voyeurs,
Yeah.
because I would actually go with you guys just like just for
Oh,
fucking fun, just to go
field
and
trip
like
next year.
laugh. And I think we would last about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, let's go get a corn dog and leave. Because I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't think I can
Yeah.
eat while
The
watching
Totally.
best,
all
Yeah,
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That was the best part. We were at the fair. He's like, so what do you feel like dinner tonight? And I was like, wrong time, wrong place. That's what I want for dinner right now. I don't want anything.
Well, do you ladies have any other questions or thoughts you want to share on this topic? Kind of turned into more of like the freaky fair topic, but I think
Yeah.
it was a
Well,
fun.
that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
We could go on.
Covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been covered.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much, listeners, for listening to this week's episode of The Karens. And as a reminder, please like and subscribe. Maybe share this one with people over
Not your mom.
18. not your grand not,
This is
not your
definitely
grandma.
not your mom's
Definitely not your mom's
podcast.
podcast. Exactly. And if you have any topics or questions, remember you can write us at info@thekarenspodcast.com. That's info@thekarenspodcast.com. We're on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts, Castbox, and soon to be YouTube. All right, Susan.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to Karens, where we're opinions on everything and experts on nothing.
Thanks, ladies.
You're the one I need. I wanna hold you 'cause I need you.